What we got going on here is I'm on vacation, and I drove by one of my buddy's house. It's a pipeliner, and I saw that he had his welding rig there. So I gave him a call. I knew he was in town because his rig was there, and I said, you know, can you bring your rig over here and take a look at it? I'll make a video of it and do the kind of you know, cost analysis of all the tools on that, and see what it would cost to have everything brand new. Everything on it wasn't brand new, but he knows what stuff costs because he's looked at that stuff. So that's what we did. I was out sitting on a houseboat in the river, and I ran up when he gave me the call, and we looked at his truck, and that's what we did. We did a little cost analysis on everything and filmed all the tools that are on his truck. Before we go into the video of looking at his truck, I kind of wanted to just talk about pipeliners in general beforehand, kind of what they do, and give a little information about them. Pipeliners typically don't pipeline their whole lives. It's a lot of travel. Eventually, pipeliners get married, want to have kids, and they want to settle down. Pipeliners that I know that have started out fresh, I've always said, you know, you stay in for 10 years, maybe 15, and then if you have, let's say, an associate's degree, you can come back and work at a trade school or a BOCES or something along those lines. The gentleman that we're looking at, his truck is actually only 24 years old, relatively new. As far as his truck goes, it's relatively new stuff. Typically, pipeliners don't start out with brand new trucks because they cost so much. They start out typically as a welder helper. So you're going to work with a pipeliner and you adjust his amperage as he's welding, things like that, get him rods. Learn the trade a little bit before you actually can go out and take a weld test to become a certified pipeliner. Another thing that is good about being a welder helper is the welder can give you, you know, some of his old equipment maybe to get you started, because there is a lot of overhead involved with this. You don't need a brand new truck when you're first starting out. The rig that we looked at was pretty new. He bought it and it had 124 miles on it. That's 124, not 124,000, so it was pretty new. His welder was older. It was 73, but he redid everything on it. It was a barn find, so he got a good deal on that. I don't want anybody to think that they have to go out and get brand new stuff right off the bat, but this is a good look at what a typical welding rig looks like. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the truck now. So what we're doing today is we're going to go over a pipeline rig. We're going to kind of look over this whole truck and show you what everything does and kind of discuss how much it costs if it's brand new and try and get a cost estimate of what it would take to buy a brand new pipeline rig. First thing we're going to do is start with the truck. The truck costs about 65 grand, brand new. I got Tony over here. He's going to write these figures down, and then we're going to add them all up at the end and get a grand total. So we're starting with the truck, 65 grand. It's a Cummins, or not a Cummins, my bad. Sorry, I was just looking for horns on the front of it. It's a Chevy Duramax, what?
3500.
3500. All right, we're moving on. The next thing we're looking at here is the welder. It's a 1973 Lincoln SA200 gas-powered machine. If you're buying this brand new, now the comparable one nowadays is diesel and costs around 14 grand. So you're already getting up there. Alright, this is another look at the welder. We're going to zoom in here. See all the controls. Then down there, that's where your welder helper sits. It increases or decreases it however the welder wants it. And these spools over here, you see one's a power cord, one's a ground. What all them spools cost? What's all that accessory?
600 is the reel.
600 is the reel, and then
1,000 in leads.
What about all that stuff put together that's going into the welder off the reels?
Probably 2 grand.
2 grand. Tony, 2 grand. Now this thing right behind the welder is called a lead rack. We're going to pull it out so you can kind of see how it functions, but it twists around and then you throw your leads on there so it doesn't have to rub up against the side of your truck. So we'll pull it around here. We just spun this thing around. That's your lead rack. Kind of shows you a better idea of what it does. Now we're going to move to the back of the truck. There's some pretty cool storage spots. Alright, this is the first storage spot. It's considered the jack stand storage spot. It's just directly behind the welder, right in the middle of the truck. Then you see these spots right here with the round holes. That's where you can put umbrellas. That there's your fifth wheel hitch. There's another spot for an umbrella. That's the next storage compartment. You just hit a button, it pops open. And you can look down in, and you see a bunch of grinding stuff. Hard hat, general welding accessories. And there's one on each side. This is the next one. It's just a welding rod storage. You can see there's all your stick rod. This is just the other storage spot on the other side that we already showed you. And you can see it's just full of random tools. Welding hood, things like that. So there's lots of areas to store tools on this. Now right behind the cab here is where all the bottles go. Right there's your reel for doing torch work. There's two holes right here on the side for acetylene or whatever fuel gas you're using. And inside there you can see there's an oxygen bottle. There's another spot for an oxygen bottle. And then this top circle here, that's for a propane tank. So you can get all your cylinders on there. This is a final look at our pipeline rig here. Hey Tony, what do we have with the tools and accessories and everything that we added up at as a final cost?
It's looking about a little over 100 grand.
So a little over 100 grand. Pipeliners get paid a lot of money, but they got a bit of overhead. Alright, we're about to head out here. Hopefully you liked the video. One thing I forgot to mention was that truck did have a 6-inch lift kit. A lot of times when you're doing pipeline, you're not on a paved road, so you have to kind of get it up off the ground a little bit further so you don't bottom out. But just wanted to mention that before we left. Thanks for watching and subscribing to TV Weld, and we'll see you next time. Who knows? The only problem with this rig is this little bow tie on the front here. If that was a Ram, she'd have at least 100 more horses. Oh, it didn't focus.
Bullshit.
Yeah, there was 2 trucks here, by the way. Can't fit in the turnaround. And they're off.